Well, let's get set for some gangster rap. I'll start with the director first. You are you said, were obsessed with the decadent royalty. And now it's like the third in the series. So does it become a lot more challenging to continue with a franchise where Sahib, Bibi, the two characters are the same, but then you have to keep reinventing the story, and then the gangster, of course, is someone who's absolutely different.
No, it's not. It's very interesting. I mean, as a writer, I really enjoy writing Sahib, Bibi, Gangster. You're right. Sahib and Bibi remain the same, and all the time the gangster is changing. So you have to create a new character who is going to enter the same world, which was created in the first part. And this it's interesting also in the sense because it gives me the opportunity to write some elegant lines for them, because it's a very elegant world. Part 1 में एक dialogue भी था कि हाँ बदतमीजी भी तमीज से की जाती है. So that it kind of pushes me as a writer, this franchise. So I really enjoy writing it as well.
So now in the house you have a new gangster. Well, Mr. Sanjay Dutt, you've said that you love playing the gangster mode. You've done so many roles. It's like the gangster mode the closest to you, playing the gangster the most.
No, I don't love playing the gangster the most, but those are the kind of roles which the audience loves and mostly people want me to do. So I mean, it's a great world to be in. There's so many things an actor can do, so many things. So I mean, I like playing a gangster.
So when Tigmanshu came to you with this film, so what was it that made you say was it an instant yes?
Well, it's like Tigmanshu just said. He says that it's based around the royalties. It's a lot of mannerisms. It's a lot of respect. And basically, this guy is not a gangster from the streets. He's an outcast by the family, and he comes back for his love, and he makes sure that he gets that. So and it was different. So and I wanted to be a part of this world. So.
And Jimmy, you said the gangster series, I'll call it the Sahib Bibi gangster series, was a game changer for you.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I mean, I still remember I was in Toronto or something when I got a call from Tigmanshu, and he told me that he asked me, where are you? I said, I'm here for a few days, I'll be back. I was promoting something over there, and he said, you come back, I want to narrate something to you. So first of all, I was really excited that it's been such a long gap in the middle after Charas that we hadn't worked together. We'd done Hasil and Charas, and there was a big huge gap. But it's not that we were not meeting. We used to meet up at his office, have coffee, tea, but nothing was coming. He was doing his stuff and I was doing mine. And suddenly I come back and he tells me I'm making a film which is called Sahib, Bibi and Gangster. So I said, wow, that sounds great. But, so he said, I want you to play Sahib. So I was like, wow, I'm playing Sahib. And then he just told me that, mooch uga lete hain aur that's it, and then we're good to go. And the timing was just great, and then we had a lot of fun while making the first one, and now then.
And Mahir, your dialogue is, यहाँ बुरा करने की आदत सी पड़ जाती है.
And you बुरा करने की लत लग जाती है.
लत लग जाती है. And you've been Bibi in the past too once. So are you enjoying this?
I am. Yes, of course. When we started off, I think she was a bit sober. इतनी भी नहीं थी, लेकिन थी. But and in the second part, she tells Irfan that मुझे राजनीति सीखनी है, मुझे राजनीति सिखाओ. So third में सीख चुकी है, and yes, I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I really wish के film hit हो जाए and we make the fourth part.
I'm sure Tigmanshu, is that also on the anvil? The fourth, part 4? I'm sure he already has.
It all depends how the film fares. Yeah. If it does well, why not?
And Chitrangada, you've been called the most positive and redeeming factor amongst the gangsters. Is that so?
I'm just, I think I'm trying to, when you see Suhani's character, the rest of them look even more evil. It's because she is probably somebody who, so a very good line actually, the dialogue that you've given, the love, suffering and dreams. Sorry, kya line? I don't want to spoil it. What is that?
Dreams, suffering and love.
Dreams, suffering and love. So for Suhani's character, her dream, her suffering and her love ends with the gangster's character. So she's just, that's all that it is for her. just that love that she has for him. So rest of them, of course, are far more complicated characters. But Suhani is, so Digmansh ne bola
she's
tha,
very pure, very ethereal character.
Was she the toughest one to write? Because, you know, it's easier to write the dark ones and then suddenly...
No, it's the other way around.
Really?
yeah, absolutely.
And when he comes to you
They're
that,
the
like,
boring
let's
ones.
produce a film, are you like good to go with, you know, Sahib Bibi and Gangster, or you're like, another one?
Actually, I went to him. So, no, Tigmanshu and I, we should be celebrating our 9th, 10th year friendship anniversary, I think. We met in 2009, became close in 2010. That's when we decided together to start this film. At that point in time, we weren't sure whether a sequel will come and the film will do so well. But I think we were both very passionate about it. And I think, also reflected in the film. We shot the film, first part was in 28 days. Yeah. And after the phenomenon, 28 days, Devgarh, Baria, Baroda, haunted palace, shooting there, having, good fun. And we were also, incidentally, one of the quickest sequels to go on the film.
True. That I remember, yeah.
But after, so every part there's been this germ of the sequel, which he always keeps. Like first part was, Ye Kaun Hai Mera Naya Driver. And then the second part as well. And you'll definitely see something in part 3. So I think the timing is right. We waited for about 5 years to come for part 3. But there is this huge audience which have loved the first 2 parts. In fact, just before we started, you were mentioning that how your father is a big fan of the franchise. So like that, we have so many people who love, and I'm sure they're just waiting to see what is happening in the life of Sahib Bibi Gangster.
True.
So I think timing is right. And
so you've already had 2 gangsters. So number 3, did you think that he was the man you wanted to play?
When I was when this germ came into my mind for writing the third, yes, definitely. Sanjay Dutt was my only choice.
And also this second innings, as I would call it, because as they say, you have the longest career. I mean, as I also mentioned, I was 8 when Rocky came out. I'm not going to mention my age to anybody here. But despite the trials and the tribulations, yours is the longest running career. Are you enjoying this phase?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great phase. The sword which was hanging on my head is gone. So I feel free, I can breathe, I can relax, I can concentrate. So I'm feeling great.
And what are the kind of roles you are looking at? Because I know you did a Bhumi and now you've got this and you've got a lot more other movies that are. So what are the kind of films you're looking at?
Well, surely not dancing around the bushes,
सब वैसे ऑफर आते हैं उसके लिए अभी भी?
हाँ जी?
उसके लिए अभी भी ऑफर्स आते हैं क्या डांसिंग अराउंड?
नहीं आते लेकिन कर सकते हैं लेकिन.
So when he came on board, what was your initial reaction? So was it like all your first time acting opposite him?
Yeah, mine was, yes. मैं पहली बारी sir को मिली, Sanjay sir को on the sets of Sahib Bibi. So it was wonderful working with him. I got to dance with him, or he's a wonderful human being too. मजा आया काम करके.
But I want to ask Jimmy this. She's playing your Bibi in the movie. So she has a dance around with the gangster. How do you deal with it? She's somebody who's always at the gangster. She's actually the biggest gangster.
उसका जवाब इस फिल्म में एक सीन में है और मजा आएगा आपको सीन देख के. आप देखिएगा.
And playing Aditya Pratap Singh, do you relate to that character? They say everyone has that dark side, and sometimes when you play those shades of grey, you can relate to those dark sides that you have. Because an actor's life is the best life. You can play characters that you otherwise can't.
Yeah, I enjoy playing that role. I'm being somebody who, all of us do, being somebody who you can't be or something like that. And, being like that and getting away with a lot of things is...
Like what?
I mean, killing people, doing all that kind of stuff and stuff like that. How would you even think of getting away with that in real life? You tell me that. Other thing, these guys giggled because of something else, but that a lot of people get away with, so it's okay.
And Devanshu, when you're making the Sahib Bibi, when you said that germ came, the royalty, but it's been like 3. It's become like a franchise film, but how do you keep innovating with their characters? Because whenever I see the Bibi is getting a little wild and so is Sahib, but then a wilder gangster also comes in. So how do you keep reinventing the characters?
I get paid for it. That's my job. As a writer, I think it's my job. And I like, as I said, that I really like this world.
But what is most challenging for you when you have to work on a film like this? I mean, also, there are exciting times in the film industry now, as they said, because now there are ensemble casts. There's just not a hero and heroine. There are ensemble casts. There's so many characters, so, you know.
See, these are good times also because the earlier we used to make formula films in India. We were copying films, filmon ki filmein banti hai na. There'll be a hero, his introduction will be in a slow motion shot, there'll be a heroine, she'll be singing a song, crying on his shoulder. Eventually, the family will be tied up in some factory and the hero will enter and will take the revenge and the film will end. That's how those films were like that. Now, us tarah ke cinema khatam ho gaya hai. So there's so many stories to be told, there's scope to write better films. And because the audience is getting exposed to so much of international cinema, not only Hollywood, but from other countries, that even the audience is getting kind of educated. They're getting that kind of education by watching world cinema, and as creators, it becomes your responsibility to live up to that great golden age of Hindi cinema, where we used to tell so many different kind of stories, like Guru Dutt and Bimal Rao and Raj Khosla Saab and Vijay Anand Saab. That was the time. We kind of lost those. Now is the time to kind of recreate that magic.
And Mr. Dutt would be the best person to ask that question. You've been through the 80s, the 90s, 2000, 2010, and now we are going to reach 2020. Do you think this time is like the best time? Because they used to say the terrible 80s, the 90s were okay, 2000 is when, you know, suddenly Bollywood was witnessing the golden age again.
I think every age is a golden age for Hollywood. And things have progressed, they've become better, even technology has gone up, people have become sensible. But it's not that those days the movies were bad. And there were movies like Mother India, there was Mughal-e-Azam, there was Diwar, there was Sanjay, there was iconic films made even that time. But yes, I mean, people are exposed to a lot of Hollywood and world cinema. So we have to, I think, make our mark.